This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning from WKYT and welcome in. I'm Bill Bryant. Good to have you with us. Rebecca's baby has arrived. We'll have some details about that in just a moment. It is Monday, March 14th, and now at 6 a.m., the man accused of starting a fire that killed 3 people, including his son, is about to make his first court appearance today. Also, it took extra minutes to decide the winner, but the Kentucky Wildcats are the big SEC champions. And looking ahead to Kentucky's first game in the NCAA tournament, we're live to explain what Big Blue fans headed to Des Moines need to know.
And we're going to be seeing some thunderstorms roll across the region later on today. Not so much during the morning hours. But you can see that back toward Owensboro heading our direction. We get into the afternoon. So it's 50s this morning and dry afternoon. A few storms at 68. I'm going to go over who can expect these storms because not everybody will see those. It's coming out.
All right, we'll see you in just a bit. Well, coming in our news now, his alleged actions led to the deaths of 3 people, including his own son. Today, the man accused of starting that deadly apartment fire in Winchester is heading to court. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Clark County, where the investigation continues. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Jackie Heisel, the man who is charged with second-degree manslaughter in connection to the fatal fire that killed his son, as well as 2 other people, is expected to make his first appearance here at the Clark County Courthouse later today. Now, the 55-year-old was arrested Friday afternoon after several of his neighbors accused him of starting the fatal fire by smoking near an oxygen tank. Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. The fire started in an apartment building on Spring Mist Lane around 1:30 Friday morning. By the time the flames were knocked down, the fire had destroyed 10 apartments, killed 3 people, and injured 6 others. In this small community, the deaths of Dixie Everman, Tina Reynolds, and Donald Heisel have hit hard. Those who want to help can donate toys, toiletries, food, and clothes to those families affected by the fire at Eastside Baptist Church from 9 this morning until 3 this afternoon. In the meantime, fire investigators are planning to return to that burned apartment building today to try to figure out what sparked this tragedy. Live in Winchester, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. And now to a developing story. An Amtrak train has derailed in southwest Kansas. Amtrak says the train was traveling from Los Angeles to Chicago this morning when it derailed about 20 miles west of Dodge City. Kansas police say 5 train cars are on their side and there are injuries. Amtrak says the train had about 128 passengers and 14 crew members on board. We'll stay on that story this morning. The latest from CBS at the top of the hour. And new on WKYT this morning, Lexington police are looking for 2 men after an overnight shooting. Police say a man was shot in the leg on Oak Street off Georgetown Street just after 1:30 this morning. They say he is not cooperating with their investigation. Witnesses told police that they saw 2 men speed off in a dark-colored SUV. Well, for the 29th time, the Kentucky Wildcats are SEC tournament champions, and now the Cats and the Big Blue Nation are looking ahead to the NCAA tournament. UK is a 4 seed in the East. They will take on 13 seed Stony Brook in Des Moines, Iowa. For UK fans looking to travel west to watch the Cats play, there's a lot to know before you head out. WKYT's Mike Byer is live at the UK ticket office with some details on that. Mike, good morning.
That's right. There should be a great following over in Des Moines, Bill, as we saw over the weekend in Nashville at Bridgestone Arena. And with the Wildcats winning their 29th SEC tournament and playing their best basketball of the season right now, fans are looking to make that trip to catch up in all the excitement that the NCAA tournament has to offer. If you're looking on going, here's what you need to know. First of all, student tickets will go on sale today from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Students can call or visit the Joe Kraft Center ticket office to request up to 2 tickets for the first and second rounds in Des Moines. 50 student tickets will be made available. Now, if the number of tickets request exceeds 50, and there's a good chance of that, winners will then be determined randomly. If you're fortunate enough to get a ticket, you'll need your student ID and driver's license when picking them up at the Wells Fargo Arena box office. Now, for all other fans, unfortunately, the first and second round games in Des Moines are sold out, but some tickets are still available through secondary markets. The one officials recommend you use is NCAA Ticket Exchange. As of this morning, tickets for all sessions were still available, but they will cost you a few bucks. Now, for those going to see the Wildcats in action, the city of Des Moines has plenty of fun in store for you. I'll have that information coming up for you, as well as when you can see the Cats practice live. That's all coming up at 6:30. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Right, it's going to be fun for those who go and for those who watch here at home. Another SEC championship, of course, means another T-shirt for fans. Just as soon as Sunday's game ended, workers at Wildcat Warehouse on South Broadway in Lexington got to work printing up new shirts. The SEC championship shirt has the same design that the players wore on the court in Nashville, and they're available online and will be at all Wildcat Warehouse stores by tomorrow. Now, you can see the Kentucky Wildcats take on Stony Brook Thursday night. Again, a tip-off just before 10 o'clock. It's a late one. It'll be right here on WKYT. A big week ahead. 6:05 the time on WKYT this morning. And in other news, a weekend fire in Jessamine County landed a man in jail. Andy Maston is charged with arson and wanton endangerment. Nicholasville police say he got into an argument with someone before he admitted to lighting a propane tank on fire. That caused a shed to go up in flames. Luckily, nobody was hurt there. Firefighters in Nicholasville are helping out a fellow first responder in Lexington. They're selling T-shirts to raise money for Matt Logsden, who was recently diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. The shirts have Brothers in Battle printed on the back. Firefighters say there is already a lot of demand.
We do around 50 shirts. So far, we're well over 250 on pre-order. We've got shirts going to New York, California, Arizona, Missouri, Tennessee, Florida.
Nicholasville firefighters will cook up an Irish breakfast on St. Patrick's Day morning, and they'll serve it at the break room in Lexington starting at 9 o'clock Thursday. Every dollar of that is raised will go to Logsden's family. Heads up for parents in Perry County. There is no school for this entire week now. Perry County schools were to be closed today and tomorrow because of sickness. Spring break was already set to start on Wednesday. Crews will be disinfecting the schools during that time. Classes will pick up again a week from today. Well, you've noticed by now that Rebecca isn't here with us this morning, and we are very happy to announce why. She welcomed the newest member of her family over the weekend. Meet Amelia Marie. There she is. Cute. She came into the world just before 11 o'clock on Friday night. She weighed 6 pounds and 6 ounces. Both baby and mom and Father Phil all doing fine this morning. What a sweet arrival, Amelia Marie. Congratulations.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
These are cute pictures of that little booger over there and at the hospital. Hopefully they'll get the little one home very soon. 56 degrees now in the Mountain Parkway, 56 now in Lexington. That goes for Jackson and Frankfort. Now outside it feels great. The only thing that we have to really watch out for early this morning is maybe a little fog, a little patchy fog. It's here and there, and you got to work your way up toward Covington and then go down toward Danville. Southeast, look at Harlan and Middlesboro as you're heading down, say, 25 east, and also that 119 corridor, 421 too. The farther south you go, the better likelihood of actually running into that. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, we're looking pretty good. Now let's talk about your afternoon, because morning time looks pretty dry. There could be a small chance that we actually see a shower or a rumble of thunder west of I-75. So go from Lexington and go toward Louisville. Closer you get toward there, and the closer you get towards 71 corridor into the northwestern areas, that's where you could get that small chance of rain during the morning. But it's afternoon, anywhere from noontime to 5 p.m. is your best bet to start to see some of these thunderstorms spark up. Some of these will be strong. However, there is that small chance that a stray isolated severe cell. So we just got to keep in mind that these are going to be rolling through. The severe weather threat is not likely, but it's there. And also those strong thunderstorms will be rolling through during that noontime to about 5 p.m. time frame. Off into the evening, it's mainly showers, and into the overnight hours, yeah, it just kind of fades away. So here's the risk from the Storm Prediction Center, where they have outlined the area. The best chance is, no doubt about it, that I-75 corridor from Lexington down to Williamsburg and back toward the east. That's your best bet. it's a marginal risk, which is the lowest risk there from Storm Prediction Center that you can have. So yeah, it's not very likely, but Bill, there is that opportunity. Most of this will be your run-of-the-mill thunderstorms. You'll get a lot of lightning and also some very heavy downpours within this. But this isn't the only day we actually have that. I don't want to call it severe weather chance, because it does sound like we're going to get multiple chances at that. But it will be one of the chances of many chances that we actually get thunderstorms in the forecast. And not just that, we even have flakes in the forecast heading toward the weekend. The possibility of
on the first day of spring.
Right.
Come on.
Perfect timing, right?
Oh, well, sometimes it works out that way, right? Sure. 6:10 is the time on WKYT on your Monday morning, and each morning we bring you weather and traffic together. Here is Officer Don with a check on what's happening out there on the roads. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Bill. Start off with just a little problem on Richmond Road, inbound Richmond, right around St. Anne, just past the circle. There appears to be a two-car non-injury collision there, so plan to be careful if you're going to pass through in the next 15 or so. Get a quick look outside, and we'll show you what's happening as far as traffic flow is concerned this morning with no major issues. We're okay right now on 75, 64, and on the circle. That leads us to our drive times. No problems just yet. Inbound from Nicholasville, it's a normal ride, about 13 minutes. Versailles will take 11. Paris 18 and 26 minutes from Winchester. Now back to you in the studio.
Don, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And we'll keep you on top of things this morning as we approach the morning rush on your Monday morning. Still a lot more news coming up on WKYT.
Tuesday could be one of the most decisive days yet in the race for the White House, especially on the Republican side. I'm Don Champion in Miami with a preview coming up.
Good morning to you. We're rolling towards 6:15 here on your Monday morning. Good to have you with us up and at it here. And here we are on Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Keep that in mind. Hope you're on time with the rest of the world. Well, 5 states, Florida, Ohio, North Carolina, Missouri, and Illinois, will hold primaries tomorrow. Over the weekend, violence at Donald Trump's rallies had candidates on both sides targeting the GOP frontrunner. Don Champion is in Miami this morning with the latest on the 2016 presidential campaign.
Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton took questions on a range of issues from Ohio voters during a town hall Sunday night. But violence at recent Donald Trump rallies took center stage, and both candidates took aim at the Republican frontrunner.
He has lit the fire, and then he throws his hands up and claims that he shouldn't be held responsible, and he should be held responsible.
I would hope that Mr. Trump tones it down big time and tells his supporters that violence is not acceptable.
Sanders holds a narrow lead over Clinton in Ohio, but trails her in crucial primaries in Florida and Illinois. At a peaceful rally in Boca Raton, Florida Sunday, Trump commented on the weekend events.
All over the world, they're talking about what took place, and they're talking about us, and they're talking about how well we handled it.
Trump still leads his Republican rivals here in Florida, where the contest is winner take all. Running third in polls, Marco Rubio hopes his home state delivers him a much-needed victory.
We are not going to allow the Republican Party to fall into the hands of someone who is going to get crushed in November.
John Kasich is vying for a win in his home state of Ohio, where polls show he could beat Trump.
I believe after Tuesday, we're going to continue to roll.
Trump is about a third of the way to the nomination, with Ted Cruz close behind. Don Champion, CBS News, Miami.
Now, Florida is make or break for Rubio. Ohio, a must-win for Kasich. Kasich will get some help from Mitt Romney in Florida today. Meanwhile, Rubio needs all the help he can get. He has dropped to third in the latest CBS News poll, behind Cruz and Trump in his home state. Well, police in Maryland are calling the fatal shooting of a police officer an unprovoked attack. Authorities say police were going about their business yesterday when a gunman fired at the first officer he saw outside a Maryland police station, prompting a gun battle that left an undercover narcotics agent dying and the suspect wounded. Killed was a 4-year police veteran who was only days shy of his 29th birthday. A new trial is set to start today in New York over General Motors' faulty ignition switch controversy. The federal court trial in Manhattan is meant to define legal boundaries that may aid the settlement of hundreds of lawsuits filed after GM revealed that it had continued to sell flawed cars after discovering an ignition switch defect in Chevy Cobalts and other small cars. The time this morning is 6:18 right now on WKYT. Nissan announces another recall, and Pizza Hut is giving giving away lots of pie. Hannah Daniels has those stories and more in today's Money Watch report.
Prices at the pump are going up. In the last week, the average cost of regular gas rose 12 cents nationwide. AAA says it's typical for this time of year as refineries do maintenance and more drivers hit the road for spring vacations. Right now, the national average is $1.94 a gallon. Nissan is recalling more than 47,000 Leaf electric cars after reports of the brakes not working. U.S. safety regulators say cold temperatures can lead to a software problem that makes it difficult to operate the brakes. No injuries have been reported. Say goodbye to Apple's Genius Bar. In the new design for some of its stores, Apple is replacing the Genius Bar with wooden stools where Apple technicians sit down next to you. The idea behind the design change is to make the customer experience more intimate and equal. And you could score a lot of pies if you can crack pie. To celebrate National Pie Day today, Pizza Hut is posting 3 math questions on its blog at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. If you answer them correctly, you are entered for the chance to win 3.14 years of free pizza. That's worth $1,600. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Hannah Daniels.
And WKYT this morning, just getting started on your Monday. Brand new week underway. Glad to have you along with us today. A wild chase in Los Angeles when police go after a stolen cruiser. Find out how that ended coming up after weather in about 6 minutes.
Yeah, we have that rain that we're going to be tracking later on this afternoon. That's your best bet at seeing any of these thunderstorms. I'm going to go over that and show you when you can expect those hour by hour coming up next.
Welcome back into WKYT this morning. Our time now 6:23, and we're going to check weather for you this morning and see what is going on with meteorologist Micah Harris, who's ready to go here on your Monday. The man suspected of starting a deadly fire in Clark County is heading to court today. That is what is trending at this hour. As we update you on our top story ahead of weather, Jackie Heisel is charged with manslaughter in connection to Friday's fire. 3 people died there, including Heisel's son. Funerals for 2 of the victims are today. Lexington police looking for 2 men after an overnight shooting. Police say a man was shot in the leg on Oak Street off Georgetown Street. That was about 1:30 this morning. They also say he is not cooperating with the investigation. And to the surprise of many, the Kentucky Wildcats are a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament after winning the SEC. They will take on 13 seed Stony Brook late Thursday night in Des Moines, Iowa, a game that you will see live here on WKYT. And now a quick check of the weather forecast in these waning days of winter. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, and look, we're still in winter until the 20th. Once the 20th hits, that's when we change off into spring, and when we change off in the spring, that's when we have the best chance at a few flakes in the forecast. It's just the way it works around here. Kentucky weather is just weird. That's just the way it goes. You look back toward the west, there is that system. That part doesn't really affect us that much. It's what it sparks up later on this afternoon that will affect us. Look at the Mountain Parkway, Frankfort down toward the southeast in Breathitt County, and also Fayette County coming in the mid-50s. So it's a good feel outside. You won't really need a coat when you step out the door. Maybe a few patchy spots of some fog. Right around noontime, anywhere from 10 to about noon, 10 a.m. to noon, that's when you can have a couple of showers back toward the west, especially up toward the northwest, Boone, Kenton counties, Franklin County, work your way into Henry and Owen, those areas. But really, it's the afternoon, Bill. We're going to be talking about 1 to 5 p.m. as your best bet, and not only strong storms, but the potential for a stray severe cell. I'm going to be going over that coming up.
All right, and right now an unusual sight in L.A. Police were chasing a stolen cruiser. Police chased after the cruiser for miles before one officer rammed into the suspect's vehicle. His wheels started smoking as he tried to reverse. A cloud of smoke made it impossible to see what in the world was happening, and after a few minutes you can see the police holster their weapons there. So quite a situation. While some employers frown on the lost productivity during March Madness, Warren Buffett is not one of them. He is offering his employees the chance to win $1 million a year for life in what he calls the ultimate office bracket contest. He's also offering $100 grand to the person who picks the most consecutive games correctly. To win, though, they have to make it to the Sweet 16. So there you go. But big bracket to get in, Warren Buffett's contest. Our time is 6:26 on WKYT this morning. We're back in just a moment. A battle over the budget is shaping up in Frankfort. What we could learn this week, coming up at 6:30, just a few minutes away. Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $20 million. Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $70 million. Kentucky mornings start right here on WKYT.